Winter here isn't bad, but it's not a Hallmark movie either.
We're not here to scare you. We're here to tell you what actually happens in winter here in Kenosha.
So Chad, what do people actually think winter is like here?
So people think that the winter in Wisconsin is like constant blizzards, snow just constantly coming down, 24/7, just snow never stops. They think it's like the Arctic tundra. You're wearing your snowshoes everywhere. You have to put those big, ginormous snow tires on your cars to get anywhere you want to go. And they think that you're constantly snowed inside of your house for months on end. Society just shuts down in Wisconsin for months.
So, but in reality here, in Kenosha, winters are kind of long. I'm not gonna beat around the bush about that, but they're not always brutal. The snow actually comes in waves, so it's not always snowing here in Kenosha. The cold is actually more annoying than actually dramatic.
It's less frozen or more, why won't my car start? So let's talk about your daily routine during the wintertime here in Kenosha. So if you don't have a garage and you park your car outside, you gotta add a little extra time to scrape your windows in the morning. Aalia, before we moved here to our house, we had to park outside.
Oh my gosh.
What was that like?
It was crazy because you tend to forget that your car is outside and it's snowing or even cold. And then you're running late for work and you realize, oh my gosh, I did not start my car and my car is frozen. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy.
You'd have that sheet of ice on your front window, trying to scrape it off real quick. Plus all that snow on top of your window, shoveling it off of your car pretty much.
Brushing it off. And we just do the Midwestern type of deal. Just chip enough to see through the windshield, enough to drive.
Driving through the windshield like this. Don't tell the cops that we do that though. Shh.
The snowplows here, they actually do a pretty good job on plowing the major streets. On the side streets, however, they come last. After all of the major streets are plowed and assaulted, the side streets will get that plow, if they remember.
Yeah, the side streets are always last because, let's face it, we need the major roads plowed first. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if you live in a single family house, we always curse those plows because we clear our driveways and the plows come through and they pull all that snow at the end of our driveways again after we spend a lot of time making our driveways look all pretty and clean. But it is what it is. We like having the nice clean streets. So we deal with it and we go out there and we clean our driveway a second time.
Mm-hmm. So the driving conditions here in Kenosha versus Illinois expectations. Chad, can you explain the difference?
So driving conditions, when it's snowing, obviously it's slippery, it's hazardous. Mm-hmm. People often forget how to drive in snowy conditions. They drive way too fast. They drive recklessly. They drive way over the speed limit when they should be driving very slow and cautiously. Mm-hmm. Illinois drivers, we tend to see a lot of Illinois drivers that are always in a rush. They're the ones that tend to drive really fast and over the speed limit and are always honking at us to go a little bit faster, even though we're just trying to take our time and get there safely. So in wintertime, life doesn't stop. Life continues, business continues. We still have to go to the grocery store, we still have to shop. So life just doesn't stop. Fast life does not stop here in the Kenosha Racine area.
No matter how many inches you get.
Nope. Even if we have a pouring of 13 plus inches of snow here, life continues no matter what. So Aalia, you hate the cold the most. Let's talk about the cold here in the Kenosha area.
In order to protect yourself from the cold, I always suggest layers. Right now, I'm wearing 5 layers right now just because, you never know. You get stuck outside in your car or you need to go and get your mail out of your mailbox. You always have to have layers. You also have to have good boots. You don't need one of those boots that are Ugg boots or one of those leather boots or cowboy boots. They won't work at all. Make sure your boots are insulated with nice fur or even fake fur lined boots, those are going to keep your feet warm.
And waterproof. Make sure they're waterproof too.
Exactly. Let's talk about the wind chill. Yes, Kenosha is cold and it's cold everywhere. However, it's colder by the lake because of the wind coming off that lake. It's a different type of cold.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely. When that cold wind blows off the lake and it hits you in the face, man, that's a different kind of wind chill right there.
So if you're looking to purchase a home near the lake, make sure you think about the lakefront or the wind chill during the winter.
So Aalia, let's talk about some of the positives of living here during the cold seasons of the December, January, and February.
Part of my love during winter is the fewer crowds. Yes, except for Christmas time, because of all the festivals for Christmas. I love the fact that I don't have to fight to find parking in downtown Kenosha when I want to just go to my local coffee shop, The Buzz, and have my latte, and I don't have to fight for the parking nor a seat in that location.
And generally the grocery stores are a little bit less busy too during the wintertime. I mean, yeah, they're busy because people need their groceries and stuff, but they're not as busy during the weekdays and weekends.
So guests who come and fly into Kenosha to spend time with family, they tend to leave right after. So you get that whole 2 months to enjoy less and fewer crowds. The local coffee shops, as I mentioned, just hits the spot in the winter, especially if you're into hot drinks.
They're warm, cozy. They have that low light ambiance that makes it feel even warmer and cozier.
Also the fact that Kenosha does have winter events that happens throughout the winter months because of the cold. You can't really go out too much to enjoy the scenery, but they try to make it doable, especially if you have younger kids as well.
Yeah, events like the Public Museum, the Civil War Museum, they do all kinds of special events there throughout the wintertime.
Dinosaur Museum.
But let's talk about like the Christmas lights. You know, you talked about Christmas earlier. We have Christmas Tree Lane here in the Kenosha area.
Oh, yes.
And just all kinds of places all over Kenosha County, and Racine County. They put on all kinds of different Christmas light shows all over the place.
Exactly. And Christmas Lane is the ideal neighborhood to look for, especially if you are here to visit Kenosha and you love Christmas lights. But I would recommend staying in your car.
And snowy neighborhoods are just quieter and calmer.
So we talked about all the items of why the cold in Kenosha is cold and what to enjoy when you are living here during the winter months. But what does it mean for homeowners, Chad?
So number one thing that you got to remember is that your heating costs. So we all pay We Energies for our electric and heating here. You got to remember your heating costs will probably go up during the wintertime, especially if you live in an older house like us. Our house was built pre-1900s. Our house has very little insulation. We can feel every draft in our house. Our house gets really cold during the wintertime, so our furnace runs almost nonstop, it seems like anyway. So if you live in an older house, probably one that was built pre-1990 especially, those houses are not very well insulated. They don't have a lot of insulation in them to begin with. Their windows may be older, so your heating costs are going to go up for sure.
Make sure you are budgeting for that as well. The snow removal expectations. Yes, as we said, the snow plows are really good in plowing the main streets and salting them on time. However, the back roads or the side roads, they become less important for them until they actually have the time. So make sure you are very well aware and have an escape route planned or the ability to plow that escape route as well.
Winter's when you really learn your house for sure. You learn all the little drafts and holes that you have in your house.
And that's why we recommend you searching or buying a house during the winter months so that you can see how well your house or that house endures the winter months as well. And be prepared if you do fall in love with it, and be prepared for its downcomings.
Yep. Aalia, you're a resident person that dislikes winter the most on our team here. Should that stop people from moving here to the Kenosha racing area during winter time?
Actually, it should not stop anyone from moving here. Although I do dislike winter, and I say this very verbally and very out there every year that I hate winter. However, Kenosha offers a whole bunch of positive impact on someone's lifestyle as well. And most people actually do adapt year after year to the cold, like I did.
Most of the people that move here say that after their first winter really wasn't as bad as they expected after their first winter living here. So usually after your first winter, it's not quite as bad as you thought it was going to be. So if you're thinking about moving to Kenosha, winter and all,
reach out. We'll tell you the good, the bad, and no one mentioned this part.
you can call or text us at 262-331-1621 or visit our website, chadscottrealty.com. Till next time, guys. See you in the next video.